If I had to start from scratch today with no rentals, no flips, no money, but all my experience doing about 2,000 deals in the real estate investing space, this is exactly what I would do step by step. And this is new and updated because what worked 3 years ago doesn't work today. The markets shift, interest rates change, supply and demand pull goes in one direction or the other. The principles, those are the same. The blueprint, it's similar, but the path I'm going to go down is something that is updated for you to get the ball rolling right now. If you want to invest in real estate in 2025 or 2026, hit that like button. Step one, I would get current education on what is going on currently in the real estate market. You see, real estate is timeless, but some of the strategies are not. Books are awesome, but the market has shifted so much since any of the books you probably read in the past about real estate that you need up-to-date current information. And especially with this administration and all the things going on with the Fed right now, things are shifting almost every single day. Therefore, your strategies will need to be shifting almost every single day. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to completely change what you want to do and how you want to do it, but there are certain tools and things and information that you need to know to maximize whatever you're looking to do. That's why books are great, but what you need to do to get up-to-date current information is follow people on YouTube that are actually doing it. Not just some handsome guy or gal that used to do it, somebody, maybe even a smaller channel that doesn't have a ton of exposure but is active in real estate. Now, I would put myself in the middle ground. My videos aren't incredible, but I do it every single day. I have a decent sized channel on here, so obviously make sure you're following and liking me, but there are other great resources out there and other great YouTube channels. Just go to YouTube and type in real estate investing for beginners and scroll through those and look for raw, authentic videos. Those are the people that are the actual real estate investors. They're still investing, they just happen to be posting about it on YouTube, as opposed to what you're gonna see a lot in the space with these people with hundreds of thousands of followers, if not more. They used to invest. Now they're YouTubers that kind of invest. You want that raw, real footage. Podcasts are another great way to get up-to-date information. They're not as visually appealing as a YouTube video, of course. However, you can throw a podcast up and have it up the same time live or within an hour. So podcasts tend to be super up to date. And of course, I have a podcast called the FasterFreedom Show. Make sure to check it out wherever you get your podcasts. But in general, there are other great podcasts out there as well. The point of this is you need current up-to-date information as the market shifts. That's the first thing that I would do, because what this is going to do, this is going to build upon the further steps that I'm going to go through. So I want to get the ball rolling, but this first one, you need information. Information and knowledge builds confidence. Confidence builds action. Nothing happens unless you are taking action. So let's get your confidence up, let's get your knowledge up, and then let's get on to step two. Step two, join your local real estate investing communities. I promise you cannot do this in a vacuum. The people in these rooms I'm going to talk to you about are going to be the people that help you do your first or your next deal. Every single market has a real estate investing Facebook group. If you're in a decent sized city, there's probably dozens of them. These real estate investing Facebook groups are where active investors, or maybe wannabe active investors, go. There are some pros and some cons of these Facebook groups. They tend to be very overcrowded and overpopulated with tire kickers or people trying to sell products, but there are good investors in there. Let's say you're in Memphis. If you went on the Memphis real estate investing Facebook groups, I guarantee you that if you ask, I'm looking for a local hard money lender, or I'm looking for an investor-friendly real estate agent, or I'm looking for a plumber, you will get multiple responses from people in the industry. You'll probably get some spam too, but it's a good place to start to connect with people that are doing deals. The next level, the better level, is going to your local real estate investing meetups. This is where people meet in person, much less tire kicking, much more connectivity, and many more deals are being done. For example, the real estate investing Facebook group you're going to join, that's probably got 10, 20,000 people. The real estate investing meetup that you go to, probably going to have 50 or 100 people. Those are active people that want to connect with others, that are willing to help and are willing to teach you, because they understand if you're new and you're hungry and you're going to these meetups, you're probably going to be active in the future, and they know that they can do business with you in the future. Our local meetup that we host has a couple hundred people come every single time we host it. There are deals done in the back of the room. Wholesalers are connecting. Agents are getting listings. People are actually doing deals making connections and meeting contractors all in one night. It's an immediate way to up your Rolodex like that. The point is you have to be active with the people that are active. You got to be shaking hands, sending DMs, and actually talking to people that are in the game because they will help you, especially in step 3. Step 3 is shadowing someone that is actively investing in real estate. Be the fly on the wall. It will save you tens of thousands of dollars. When you're going to these meetups and you're connecting with people, you're going to find active investors. And most of the time, active investors are willing to help out people at a minimum just by being a fly on the wall. You can go with them and check out the rehab. They probably want to brag a little bit on what they're doing, which is fine. Everybody has an ego to a certain extent, and that's no skin off their back. It's not costing them any time or money. You're meeting them at the job and they're walking through the rehab, or you can even meet them for coffee because again, these people know that there are new people getting into real estate every single day. Most of those people fall off because it's way harder than you think. It's simple, but not easy. There's a difference, but there are the few that stick it out and are active. And again, we all do this together. So if you meet a local real estate investor at your local meetup and you go to a couple of properties with them, you grab lunch or maybe coffee with them and talk through things and connect with them, there's a high chance that once you get your first deal or your second deal, or you're looking for someone to partner with, or you're looking to sell a property, or maybe even looking to pay them in the future to help you, that's where the connection is going to be. People understand that. Good real estate investors think in decades and not days, so they understand the power and strength and monetization of a really, really powerful relationship and connection. So they're willing to start to build these with you, I promise you. In your market, you can find someone that you can shadow for a day, for an afternoon, and check on their projects and befriend them, and getting to know people that are where you want to be is invaluable. Step number 4, start finding deals ASAP. Now, this isn't going to happen in your first week, so don't get overwhelmed here. This is just a YouTube video. But if you do steps 1 through 3, 30, 60, 90 days in, it's time to start looking for deals. Now, you don't have to buy them, and if you offer on them, you can put contingencies that give you outs, but you need to start to take action because 80% of what you're going to learn comes from taking action. 20% comes from steps 1 through 3, but the other 80% is going to come steps 4 through 10. So as you're looking for deals, you're definitely going to want to get on people's wholesale buyer list. When you're going to those meetups, when you're in those Facebook groups, you're going to meet a ton of wholesalers. A majority of them are new, trying to get in the game, which is not an issue. Just know that. But a lot of them are going to be active doing deals. So you're going to want to be put on their buyers list so they will start to send you their properties. Now, of course, one of the people that you need to befriend as you're befriending people in these groups, like I told you in step 3, is going to be wholesalers. You find them in the meetups, the Facebook groups, those little bandit signs you see on the side of the road, those 2 by 3 foot signs that say "We buy houses." Those are wholesalers. Shoot, you can Google wholesalers in your area and you will find active wholesalers. You need to start to get deals sent across your plate so that you can start to take the next steps necessary. Without deals, you don't have anything. So start here, start now, not later. Step number 5, learn to underwrite deals quickly. This one's not the most exciting one. Maybe it is if you're like that engineer type of personality, but learning to underwrite deals quickly will make or break you. Underwriting is the foundation of every good deal, so you can't wing it. The underwriting formula that you're going to need to learn is very, very simple, but actually implementing it on real deals can be anything but. The formula is called the max allowable offer formula. This is the standard universal formula that all real estate investors in all markets use. It's ARV, which stands for after repair value, times 75% minus your holding and owning cost. So you take what the property that you're looking at that's distressed, that's a fixer-upper, you take what it's gonna be worth after it's fixed up by finding comparable sales, that's the ARV, times 70 or 75%, that builds in your profit margin. Then you subtract out your repairs, your labor, your materials, and all of your holding costs. I'm not gonna go into crazy detail here. I do have a video up here where I go through the formula. Either check it out now and come back, or maybe I'll have that one swing around again at the end so you can watch it and learn how to underwrite, because it's very important. If you can quickly underwrite a deal accurately, you can make quicker offers, you'll get more deals, and you will minimize, if not eliminate, the risk on buying real estate. So learn to underwrite, it's important. Step number 6, find money even before you need it. Money follows deals, but only if you've built the relationship first. The best money source that you're ever going to find to buy these distressed properties and repair these distressed properties is private money lenders. Private money lenders are normal, everyday people that you know. Their numbers are in your phone. You just have to have the right conversation with them at the right time and present the deals and the process properly, because learning how to raise money can be the number one skill that will take you from making a little bit of money to creating wealth. Assets are needed for wealth creation, and most of us don't make enough money to buy enough assets to create that wealth. But if you can harness the skill of raising money specifically from private money lenders, even more specifically to buy real estate, you can create more wealth in 5 years than you ever would have imagined in 5 lifetimes. You just have to learn how to raise money from private money lenders. While you're doing that, hard money lenders are a great second option as well. I have a hard money lending company called FasterFreedom Capital. Go to FasterFreedomCapital.com. It'll pop up on the screen right here. Take a screenshot and go there later, or it's in the description of this video if you want to get hard money loans. We can do them in all 50 states, and our rates are really, really good. But beyond that, you're going to want to connect with your local hard money lenders. Don't just take my word for it, and don't just use my company. Find local hard money lenders. And guess where you're going to find them? At your local meetups, at your local Facebook groups. All of these steps are vertically integrated and vertically aligned. They all work together, and you weave within them as you go through this process. So start to understand the art and gain the skills of raising money from private money lenders and hard money lenders for these purchases. Not only will they be the ones that pay for your deals, you will get more deals if you have money lined up ready to be active. Your offers will be stronger. Your underwriting is going to be strong because you're going to work on that. You're going to have money behind you, and you're going to be able to make strong, confident offers, and that will get you more deals. Step number 7, make offers with contingencies. You don't need to be perfect. You just need a smart plan, action, and some guardrails. So now that you're getting deal flow, you're hopefully getting some money flow, you're able to make offers. I'm not going to tell you just go make an all cash, no contingent offer on your first deal. Hopefully you're leaning on the information you've learned in the previous steps. You have a second set of eyes, somebody that you've worked with that maybe is willing to look at your deal because you've befriended them, that's an active investor, and you're going to be making offers because you have to make offers. This is going to be a scary moment for you. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the implementation actually takes place. There's no risk up to this point. There's no risk in learning. There's no risk in connecting. The risk comes when you make offers and you put your butt on the line. I fully understand that. That's why it's so important to go through the previous steps and make offers the right way. Making offers with contingencies is very, very normal. Contingencies are a part of almost every real estate transaction in this country. When you bought your personal house, if you own a personal house, there was a financial contingency. The bank or lending company had to underwrite the property. There was an inspection contingency. Somebody had to get in, climb in the attics, go in the basement, look at the crawl space to make sure there wasn't anything detrimentally wrong with the property before they put a loan on it. There was probably an appraisal contingency. The property had to appraise for a certain amount for the bank to give you that loan. That's more on the residential side, but on the investing side, contingencies are still very common. They're maybe not quite as common, but having an inspection contingency, a financial contingency is very, very common. This gives you your out. And whether you're dealing with a wholesaler or direct to seller, make sure they're aware of your contingency. I call it a transparent contingency, meaning that it's transparent and they can see it, and have it be 10 or 14 days. That should be enough time for you to get the money in the door, to see the property, to approve the loan. That should be enough time for you to have a second set of eyes walk the property with you, or even get some bids from contractors. Roofing, flooring, that stuff's pretty simple, but if there's a bigger ticket item or something that's unknown, getting a contractor in, get their eyeballs in it, and give you their opinion on around what it'll cost could save you a lot of money. And if you get to that contingency date and everything looks great, you're ready to rock. If not, you can legally, morally, ethically back out of the deal because that contingency is in a legally binding contract. This just gives you some guardrails. Eventually you may not need it, but for now, use them. Step number 8, flip your first property to get some breathing room. And again, this is what I would do if I was starting. I would start out with a flip. All of the work that I put in, all of the time, energy, and effort, I would want to get paid for that. And when you flip, you can potentially make $25,000, $50,000, $75,000 or more. So you're getting a big chunk of money to reward you for everything you did in the previous steps, but it also gives you some breathing room. You can pay off some bad debt, or you can have a reserve of money in your business account so that you're more active and are willing to do more deals. Getting into rentals is very important. We'll get there soon, don't worry. But in today's current climate, I will tell you to flip first. 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would have told you to buy rentals first because you could get decent cash flow and they're pretty easy to do. They're a little bit harder now, so going through a flip, giving yourself a little bit quicker of a win, I think is very important. The relationships you're going to need to find here are going to be contractors that you manage, or you can just find a general contractor that will run the entire project for you for a 10 or 15% markup on materials and labor that will probably save you money because they'll probably do the rehab in 4 months, and if you do it yourself, it's going to take you 8 months. And guess what? There's a lot of cost that goes into doubling your time frame on a project. And you can find these contractors if you want to run the project, or these general contractors if you want them to run the project, at your local meetups and your local Facebook groups. This is all interwoven, people. I think realistically, your first flip's going to be in that $25,000 to $50,000 range, which is a lot of money, but I would not have the mindset that you're going to make 150 grand on your first flip. It's possible, but not likely. So doing all this and getting a $25,000 check at the end of the day is a win. The experience, the biggest win, the money helps too. That first win changes everything. It proves that you're not dreaming, you're actually doing. Step number 9, go all in on rentals with the BRRRR method and or creative financing. Flips will start to build your freedom, rentals protect it. Now that you've got hopefully a little bit of cash, some skills, and some confidence, it's time to start stacking assets. Assets are the only way to create wealth. Your W-2 job's not going to do it. Saving money's not going to do it. And adding to your 401k or IRA that you can't touch for 20 or 30 years and hoping that the stock market's good when you want to retire, that's not a plan. Assets that grow in value, that produce cash flow, that save you money on taxes, that you can use other people's money to buy, that's where real wealth is built quickly with leverage. And buying rental properties with the BRRRR method and creative financing are the way to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, the BRRRR method can be a little bit harder than it was a few years ago, but the BRRRR method's the same that it was 10 or 15 years ago. Most people just weren't in the game then. They have recency bias. The BRRRR method still works, and creative financing is a good additive as well. Creative financing opportunities come around about 1 out of every 15 or 20 BRRRR deals that you can buy, so you need to understand how to do both if you want to buy enough assets to build enough wealth to live the life of your dreams. So get really good at understanding the BRRRR method. It's kind of my calling card. I have hundreds of videos online about it, so make sure to look at those. It stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and scale. And creative financing is either owner finance or subject to financing. There's a ton of resources on both of those as well. So start right now in your learning phase steps to learn a little bit about the BRRRR method and about creative financing and everything that goes into it. It's quite the process, but at the end of the day, you're going to be owning a cash-producing, wealth-building rental using little to none of your own money while you're flipping on the side and building that dream. This is probably the most important one, and step number 10 is locking in your mindset. If you don't quit, you can't lose. But in order to not quit, you have to have a very strong, positive mindset because things are going to go wrong. You are going to fail. You are going to stumble. You are going to fall. But if you get up, then you're able to win eventually. Winners are just losers that didn't stop after they lost. It's really that simple. So you have to start to build and guard your mindset. You can do that by listening to people that talk about mindset all the time. You can do that by having the correct expectation. If you expect to fail and you expect that this is going to take a few years, you're not going to be disappointed when you fail and when it doesn't happen as quickly as you think it's going to happen. We're building wealth here, not widgets. So this takes time, energy, and effort, and a lot of stub toes along the way. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna lose money, but that's just the tuition needed to be successful. And when you do, it's an investment in yourself, and it's an investment in your education, and it's an investment in your future. Think of it that way, and things start to look a little bit differently. The cool thing about creating wealth is, trust me, I know, because I've lived this, you don't need to be special. You just need a real plan, real relationships, and courage to take that first step. If you want help, the best thing you can do right now is make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and check out the description for all of those freebies, and I will see you on the next one.